year and in previous years, we've had many teachers that have all made an impact on our lives. First, on behalf of my class, we would like to thank all of our teachers from our early years here. For those of you who had us when you were 5 to 8 years old and thought we were crazy, you haven't seen anything. Also, thank you to everyone who put up with, "He broke my crayon," and "I didn't do it." Also, thank you to Ms. Sexton for doing "Is it time?" because I know that question had to get annoying after the 10th time. By the way, is it time? Of course not. We also want to thank our specialist teachers for watching us grow and change in so many ways because you've had us for several years. Thank you to Mr. Roll for making us sound as close to or even better than Glee. Thank you for preparing our graduation song several times, teaching us 2 other graduation songs that we ended up not doing, for preparing our current 1-in-1 music class, and for teaching us how to sing. Rock on, dude. We'd also like to thank Mrs. Rhodes for being our art teacher and being one of the nicest, coolest, most patient art teachers ever. Thank you for bringing out the best in everyone, whether we're the next Van Goghs or custom-drawn stick figures. We'd also like to thank Mr. Flaherty for helping us all conquer the grueling 1-mile run every year, and for teaching us every sport from basketball to badminton. You've put up with getting hit with a bat, a ball, a hockey stick, and pretty much every other sports equipment you can think of, yet you keep going with our lesson. Kudos to you. Also, we'd like to say gracias to Maestra Cristiani and Mrs. Campos. Ustedes son los mejores profesores de español de la historia. Gracias por enseñarnos a españoles hasta cómo hablar con nosotros acerca de la vida. Even though she's unable to be here tonight, we would like to thank Ms. Newhouse for being a resource teacher. On behalf of the Pink Ladies, we want to thank you for being our advisor and for being a good role model. Also, thank you for talking to us about life, Starbucks, and how you got your shoes on sale at Nordstrom. As for our daily regular, and thank you to Mr. Hirsch and Mr. Hodgkinson for letting us use Aladdin for being the coolest college people ever. And as for our daily regular classes, we would like to thank Mrs. Hopkins for being one of the nicest, most patient math teachers ever. You get a billion questions from different students on different math problems almost every minute, yet you always have a smile on your face when asking what we need help on. You make us comfortable with asking for help, and you push us to learn basic math facts and algebra. We will leave, we will change, but we will not be the opposite of good math students. We'd also like to thank Mr. Martin for being one of the most mellow teachers we've ever had. You rarely yell, and your classes are always calm and uplifting as you are a part-time motivational speaker. You've helped us express ourselves through words, and you've taught us how to write a paper on pretty much anything. We'd also like to thank Ms. Rath for being our reading/religion teacher. Ms. Rath, you're really quirky and unique, and I don't think we'll ever find a teacher that's as dedicated to making us love books as you are. Thanks to you, I'll probably read this summer. Fingers crossed. I don't think we'll ever find a teacher that is so optimistic, loves Wisconsin, takes Japanese drumming lessons, has a cat named Mabel, comes up with phrases like lumpy lumpersons anywhere else but St. Hillary. Finally, last but definitely not least, we'd like to thank our social studies teacher/science professor, Mr. Andre. Nowhere else are you ever going to find a science geek that plays ping pong against his students, dressed in a Darth Vader costume, loves his dog more than anything, and I mean anything, has more toys in the preschool room, can outsass the sassiest people in our classrooms, you know who you are, has debates on how to say Illuminatis, is dedicated into helping you succeed in high school, and is known for giving killer tests and bringing in banana bread and brownies. Mr. Andre, you, sir, are the bomb diggity. We have some of the best teachers in the nation. Well, in our opinion. Though that is the case, we wouldn't have known them if it weren't for our parents. yourself, but we appreciate you. Thank you so much for doing everything to help get us to this point and for sticking by us. Also, thank you for paying to send us here because I know all that tuition money can buy you a cruise around the world several times. Most of all, we're proud, we hope you're proud that we've made it this far. Only 4 more years until you have to pay for college. We'd also like to thank Mr. Neese, Mrs. Pierce, Father Olson, and Father Eddie for running our school, for helping us grow as followers of Jesus, for allowing fun events here that help us de-stress, and for being open-minded to all the events that we've tried to plan. We've been through a lot during our time here. Some of us walked in holding onto our parents' hands, scared of big hallways. Now we walk in confidently, and those big hallways turn into tiny spaces between classes. Some of us walked in looking up to our teachers. Now we look down because we've gotten taller than them, myself not included. Some of us walked in with short hair, but now it's long and voluminous. Some boys included. Some of us walked in not knowing how to play catch, and now we're rising star athletes. Some of us walked in kindergarten with mismatched clothes, and now we're fashionistas. Some of us walked in afraid to speak, but now we say hi to every person we meet. Most of us walked in without knowing our talents. Now we know and develop them every day. All of us walked in expecting to graduate, knowing that we weren't going to be here forever, and now here we are. My classmates and I have all built a strong connection with the school. My classmates and I have all built a strong connection that will last forever with both the school and each other. There are many opportunities that have opened up for all of us in the future thanks to this school. We've all built dreams for the future and set goals for ourselves. Hopefully, those goals and dreams will be achieved. This school has truly given us education for beginning and values for a lifetime. It has set us up with a strong foundation and has given us the confidence to take on the toughest obstacles. To my fellow classmates, as we prepare to take on different roads and attend different high schools, I sincerely hope you remember all the memories you've made here and that you all feel very accomplished because you are. I encourage all of you in the future to be the best at what you do and to have a fulfilling life. In conclusion, we've reached the end of our journey as St. Hilary Cardinals. In other words, we're being kicked out of the nest. However, we're also being sent to explore the rest of the world. It is your own individual choice of where and how you want to fly, but you always be a St. Hilary Cardinal on the inside. Now, normally, the ending to this should be sad, but I don't want to cause anyone's mascara to run. And as we learn here, normalcy isn't cool, so if I were a cardinal I'd never want to go, then I can go to places I had never been before. I gotta take a chance so I'll never ever know. I got brain in my head that I really like to show. Crack, that's you. Here in church, chillin' in the pews. I'm gonna miss this place and